food. We love the stuff.
Wow.
Our supermarkets are stocked with produce from all over the world.
Caviar line balls.
But what do we really know about where it all comes from?
Welcome to Africa.
We'll be scouring the globe.
This is mad.
Challenging our taste buds.
Oh my God, it's an eye.
And going to any length to uncover the trade secrets behind the food we eat. Tonight, I'm all at sea in my quest for the Great British Cockle.
Tell us what you're doing here, because all I can see is you just having a bit of fun going around in circles.
I find out why perfect pesto doesn't have to cost a packet.
This is ridiculously difficult.
And I'm sinking my teeth into a marshmallow mystery.
Like a big kid in a big sweet shop.
First, pesto. Cheap to buy, but cost a fortune to make myself.
How on earth do you make your pesto so cheap? You've got basil, olive oil.
And pine nuts are expensive, and the parmesan.
I haven't got those answers for you, to be honest.
Got to go and see my mate down the Italian deli.
Ciao.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Us Brits love pesto, but the ingredients are seriously expensive. So how come the supermarkets can sell it so cheap? I'm off to Genoa in Liguria, northwest Italy, considered by Italians to be the traditional home of pesto since Roman times. Cue the moped and Andrea Sampietro, who represents farmers in the area.
Andrea.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
In Genoa, there are little spaces, and so basil farms are over the top on hills.
The locals here are very choosy about their basil. So we're heading up into some very unforgiving terrain.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Where are we going now? It's incredibly steep. The director's got his work cut out with this one. Oh, very good. We made it. That was quite a tricky hill.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I can see why you're on a bike now.
Early pesto used any available green herbs until basil arrived from India in the 1800s and the recipe stuck. Time to get a closer look.
It's quite hot in here.
It all seems a bit laid back in here.
Ciao, Sergio.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sergio.
Sergio. Met Sergio.
Sergio Cassotti's farm has been in his family for 3 generations. Working with his father, he uses age-old techniques to produce the famous basil.
This way to pick up is the typical way in Genoa for basil genovese, so that you don't crush it.
Amazing. I did not believe this is how you pick basil. Can I have a go?
Yeah, you have to try. You have to put on this wood the same position.
They might need a bigger plank, to be honest.
Jeez.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
Adesso prendi le piante più grandi.
Just the biggest.
Solo le più grandi.
This is really hard work. Oh, how many hours a day do you do this for?
E noi facciamo questo lavoro 7-8 ore al giorno.
I've been doing it 5 minutes. This is ridiculously difficult.
Harvesting this way is much more expensive than mass production. But local connoisseurs believe basil grown and picked the old-fashioned way is best, and they're prepared to pay for it.
I think Sergio's father's got the right technique. Looks like he's having a little nap.
After seeing all that effort, I'm desperate to know how supermarket pesto is so affordable. So I've travelled 50 miles to Asti, home of Sackler, whose pesto sells for just over £2 a jar.
Ah, ciao.
And to show me around is export manager Sara Sacco-Botto.
Amazing smell in here. That fresh kind of basil. Wow, there's loads and loads of it.
But is this the special basil I saw grown in Liguria?
You know, Liguria is a very tiny production.
Okay.
So it's for artisanal production.
So no fancy basil here then. This stuff is grown on a large scale just outside the Liguria region. Sackler have spent over 2 decades perfecting their recipe, and oil is a key ingredient. But this doesn't look like extra virgin olive oil.
We have a high percentage of sunflower and a lower percentage of extra virgin olive oil. If you use only extra virgin olive oil, it overwhelms the taste.
So if you use 100% extra virgin olive oil, it'd be very expensive and it will be very strong in taste.
Yes.
Instead of expensive Reggiano Parmesan, they use a mixture of Pecorino and the cheaper Grana Padano cheese. These have a shorter aging process, which means they cost less to produce.
Can I smell it? Wow, it's beautiful. Very strong.
And then they add the nuts.
You can see fine kernels and crushed cashew nuts.
And why do you use the combination of the two?
The pine nuts give flavor.
Yeah.
The cashew nuts give a crunchiness.
Pine nuts, I know, are very expensive.
Yeah,
So,
you are right.
in order to sell a jar for a couple of euros or a couple of pounds, you need to keep costs down in certain
And the
places.
cashew nut helps to control.
Okay.
With our insatiable appetite for pesto, they need to swap some of the traditional ingredients for cheaper alternatives to create the affordable jars we find on our supermarket shelves.
Good, there's lots of cheese in it. Big, strong taste of cheese. You're a major player. If it wasn't for the compromising in very expensive ingredients and affordable ingredients and getting that recipe right, people all around the world wouldn't be eating pesto.
Yeah, now people around the world can know pesto.
Later, I find Basil in a barely believable location.
Good, it's delicious.
Next, marshmallows. How can one thing go so crispy on the outside and yet be gooey in the middle?
What is it about the marshmallow that makes it so good for roasting over a fire?
To be honest, I'm not quite sure.
Why is it when you roast marshmallows, you get them all crispy on the outside and really soft in the middle?
You got me there.
It's some sort of campfire mystery to me.
To get to the bottom of this marshmallow mystery, I'm taking a trip to the wetlands of Holborough Marsh in Kent, where I'm meeting foraging fanatic Richard Osmond.
Nice to meet you.
This is the perfect habitat for the marshmallow. We're just on the marshy, muddy edges of a river, which is where it likes to grow.
Are we on the same page? Because I'm after those marshmallows that you buy in the supermarket, squishy on the inside, lovely toasted on a campfire.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Really?
Yeah, actually, there's some right here.
That?
Yeah, this. The original marshmallow candy was made of an extract of the marshmallow plant. That's how it got its name. It's actually the root that we're interested in.
Can we get in there and have a look?
Not here. This is a wild marshmallow plant, and they're actually protected.
But fortunately, Richard's fellow forager, George...
Hi, George.
...has brought along some homegrown marshmallow roots for me to try.
Once you peel it, you'll see there's a real interesting sort of sticky sap. So what we're doing is just trying to get the sap out of those roots.
To get the all-important sap, George has chopped, peeled and boiled the plant root.
Oh, look, you really see how gooey it is now, don't you?
Well, that doesn't look like any marshmallow I've ever seen. But apparently, if you whisk it, add sugar, then fold in beaten egg white, you end up with the original sweet treat.
That is tasty. Hot sugar tastes a little bit like candy floss. It is nothing like a marshmallow from the supermarket.
It's certainly not.
Later, I find out what makes the modern-day marshmallow go all gooey.
It's a marshmallow rainbow.
Cockles, quintessentially British. Or are they?
Now, I like a cockle.
You like what, sorry?
Where do they come from?
Country of origin is the Netherlands.
The Netherlands? I wonder why they're from the Netherlands then.
The cockles from the Netherlands are the best ones, and they're the ones we'll give for the customers.
I thought we had loads of cockles in this country.
Unfortunately, it would appear not.
We're all cockle-less, I think. Anyway, thank you so much.
That's all right, no problem.
Cheers, bye. Bye.
To find out where all the British cockles have gone, I've asked Matt to head somewhere famous for them, the Bury Inlet in Wales.
I'm meeting Glyn Hyman, whose family have cockled here since the 1860s.
Morning.
Morning,
Glyn. You want to do some cockling this morning?
Yes, I do. Are you going out here?
Yeah, straight out.
Right, OK.
Let's get going.
Let's go. The industry dates back centuries in this area, and though horses and carts have been replaced by 4x4s, the method of cockle picking remains exactly the same.
Right, here we go, Matt. Let's do a bit of cockling. Here's the cockles, just underneath the sand.
OK.
See? So there it is.
Little things, aren't they?
Yeah, they're small. We've got a problem out here. The cockles don't grow any bigger than this. They get to about 13, 14 mil and then they die. 90% of them die.
Really?
And we've had this problem since 2005.
Many theories exist to explain the decline across Europe of the cockle, including weather, pollution, loss of habitat, predators and disease. The problem has been particularly severe here in the Bury Inlet. The number of collectors has dropped from 55 to 35, and what was once a year-round job now happens for just 12 weeks.
This was the centre of cockle industry, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So where do you see it going?
I think we would probably be the last of the cockle gatherers, like, you know what I mean? We're clinging on every year for hope, like, you know what I mean? Hoping that something's going to change here, but it's just not happening, like, you know what I mean?
So does this explain the lack of British cockles in our shops?
Around here, it's a bit of a sorry state of affairs, but is that the case all over then?
No, you've got to thrive in cockle fishery up in the Thames and the Wash.
So it's thriving over there?
Yeah.
But struggling here?
Yeah.
Matt's filled me in on the cockle situation in Wales and told me the industry is doing better off the coast of Norfolk.
Jim, Greg, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Greg. Now, I'd love to go cockling, any chance? Absolutely, please step aboard. Right.
To see this for myself, I'm heading out on patrol with Greg from Inshore Fisheries and Conservation.
I've always wanted to be a sailor.
I learned that many of the cockles in our supermarkets come from the Netherlands.
The Netherlands?
And Matt discovered that times are hard for Welsh cockle farmers.
We're clinging on every year for hope, like, you know what I mean? Hoping that something's going to change.
But he's told me that in my neck of the woods off the coast of Norfolk, the industry is still thriving. I'm with Greg from Inshore Fisheries and Conservation in the Wash, which at 15 miles long and 12 miles wide is the biggest bay in England.
So, Terry, what are you doing here? You're not catching cockles then, are you?
No, we're here to regulate the fishery, so we're making sure the fishermen are playing by the rules, essentially.
So can the fishermen just turn up and fish anywhere?
Well, no, each year we determine which areas of the Wash are going to be open. They're the areas with the densest cockles. That's where the best places to fish are.
Well, should we have a little peek?
Absolutely, yeah.
I want to know how the fishermen catch their cockles. From what I can see, the boats just seem to be going round in circles. Are they mad? This looks very different to the method in Wales. Maybe one of these spinning fishermen can help.
Well, tell us what you're doing here, because all I can see is you're just having a bit of fun going around in a circle.
Prop wash and cockles.
Prop wash? What's prop wash?
What we do is go around the circle for about 35 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And as the water drops, the boat's propeller pushes the sediment away and leaves a ridge, like a half ridge of cockles.
So basically, you use the boat to wash all the sand away?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So the power of the boat's propeller clears the top layer of sand, and as the tide goes out, it reveals the cockles.
After we've done that, we just drop the anchor, obviously wait for the water to go, and touch wood, the cockles are laying there ready for us to gather.
Wow, so you're left high and dry in the sand?
Absolutely.
Wow.
The fishermen drop anchor and wait for the tide to completely recede. When it's at its lowest, they clamber onto the seabed and start gathering the cockles. It's a race against time to get their catch back on board. In just 35 minutes, the tide will start to turn and bring the cockle collecting to an end. But the fishermen have to wait a full 12 hours for the tide to be high enough for the boats to set sail and head home. Eventually, back on dry land, the catch is coming in.
What has been the quota for their catch?
The normal quota for a handwork fishery is 2 tonnes a day. This year, because the total allowable catch is so high, we're allowing 3 tonnes a day because there's a lot more cockles to take this year.
So you've actually increased the quota. Does that happen often?
Stocks have fluctuated over the years, but this year we've got over 8,500 tonnes, whereas previous years, a good year would be 2,500, 3,000 tonnes.
That is incredible.
But this is a very unusual year.
Now that's definitely a sight to warm the cockles. On our east coast, natural environmental cycles and good management have meant a bountiful year for homegrown production. So why aren't our supermarket shelves crowded with British cockles? Maybe shellfish processor Steve Williams can help me.
Hi there, I'm Jim.
Hi Jim, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
And you.
So look, there we are, they're the cockles.
So how many tonnes will you process here then?
Average 76 tonnes a day.
76 tonnes in one day?
76 tonnes one day.
That is a lot of shellfish. So can I see him in the factory?
No problem, follow me.
Go.
First, the cockle meat is cooked, then vibrated out of its shells. After all this time, I'm desperate to try one.
So here we are, beautiful little cockle. Is that okay to eat now?
No, no, no. So they're still very, very gritty still.
How do you get grit out of such a tiny animal?
With a lot of expensive machinery.
The cockles are shaken and tumbled, while jets of high-pressure water are sprayed at them for around 4.5 minutes.
So here they are, the finished product.
That's right.
Let's have a little look at these beauties. I'm going to taste one then. Wow, that's delicious. You can't get fresher than that.
No.
And there's no grit whatsoever.
Oh, thank you.
So will any of these succulent shellfish make it to British plates?
So what's going to happen with these little beauties now?
So they'll be loaded onto a lorry, fresh, straight to Holland. 95% of our production goes fresh to Holland, and from there, it goes to Spain.
Oh, well, why do the Spanish like them so much?
I don't care, as long as they keep buying them.
The Netherlands is one of the main European hubs for bottling cockles, which explains why so many of the cockles on our shelves are labelled as Dutch. But it seems there's every chance that they come from Britain all along.
It seems crazy that 90% of these are going to Holland. 90%. 95%. Blimey, I've eaten about 8%.
Earlier, I discovered that the marshmallow actually originates from a humble plant root.
That is nothing like a marshmallow that I've eaten before.
Now I'm travelling to Murcia in Spain to find out how modern-day marshmallows are made. How can they stay so hard on the outside and yet melt in the middle? I've got a golden ticket into Europe's largest marshmallow factory, where I'm meeting Antonio Modejavar.
Buenos días!
¿Qué tal?
Mwah, mwah. I'm like a big kid in a big sweet shop. I've never seen so many sweets in my life.
This massive factory produces a mouth-watering 1.8 million marshmallows every day.
Do you use marshmallow plant?
No, usaremos cosas normales.
So if they're not using marshmallow plant root, what do they use instead?
What's this?
Gelatina.
What does the gelatin do? What does it give the marshmallow?
La gelatina te hace unir el producto y da cuerpo. No se destienda ni nada. Coge cuerpo, coge espuma.
The gelatin substitutes the plant's root and mixed with water and sugar creates that distinctive spongy texture.
Y vamos a hacer lo más importante. Vamos a meterle aire para que sea una esponja.
With the gelatin thickening the mixture, air is pumped in to make the marshmallows light and fluffy. And then comes the really colourful bit.
Look at that. It's a marshmallow rainbow.
Fantástico.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
To prevent these tasty treats sticking together, they are then coated with corn flour and extra sugar. Could this final step be the key? Only one way to find out.
What is it that's actually happening to the surface of the marshmallow when you toast it?
Se queda como con una costra tostada, como un azúcar tostada por fuera. Interiormente se está deshaciendo, se está quedando como un producto cremosico y calentito.
Like a little mini creme brulee.
Sí, parecido, mucho mejor.
So the sugar-coated exterior caramelizes to hold the marshmallow together, while the structure of the gelatin breaks down to create the deliciously gooey middle.
Earlier, I came to Italy and saw the extraordinary lengths Basil farmers go to produce the perfect pesto.
I think Sergio's father's got the right technique. Looks like he's having a little nap.
But I've heard of a totally new way to farm the delicious herb. Instead of heading to the hills, I'm hitting the beach. We've come to the seaside town of Nolli in northwest Italy, where I'm meeting Luca Gambarini. And he doesn't look like a typical farmer to me.
Ciao, Luca. Matt. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Now look, you're looking at basil in a very different way, aren't you?
We are.
Why are we standing here in the sea?
Because we're growing basil right over there.
Underwater?
Underwater, yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you around.
Just off this shore is Luca's farm.
Okay, Luca, were you ready to go?
I am.
And to visit, we're going to have to dive there. With the help of a Kickstarter campaign, Luca raised funds for a revolutionary idea to try and grow fruit and veg at the bottom of the deep blue sea. 7 meters down, and I can't believe what we're seeing.
This is pretty wild. It's quite James Bond-like. It's very odd. It's like no farm I've ever been.
Yeah, exactly. There's fish looking at us.
How do you get everything down here?
We take this plastic dome with all this already mounted underwater. Then we fill it with air.
Okay.
And the air brings the water out.
Just pushes it all out.
Instead of soil, the crops are grown in coconut fibres mixed with fertiliser. And even at this depth, there's still enough sunlight.
We have a pretty warm environment, which is great for the plants.
Right.
We can keep a lot of factors constant.
Is this more constant in terms of temperature in the water than it is on the land?
Yes. During the summer, for example, the water outside is going to stay at 24, 25 degrees Celsius.
Right.
And we're going to have a nice and comfortable temperature underwater, even during the night.
But plants like basil need fresh water, not seawater.
The salt water evaporates, and that's where it condenses, it just runs down. And we collect that water.
Oh, is that what these? That's very clever.
Yeah.
So this is clean water?
Yeah, absolutely.
Salt-free?
Yeah, you can recycle it and use it for the plants, of course.
Okay. So can I try some of this basil?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Help yourself. How does that taste?
Intense.
Intense?
Good. It's delicious.
With a growing world population and agricultural land increasingly at a premium, could there be a future in this kind of farming?
And what's the big sort of ambition?
The ambition is giving an alternative for agriculture. And the reason is we are running out of soil in the world. We're running out of space, and we're running out of solutions.
Right.
So it's not just basil and tomato, it's basically everything that is not too large.
It's a very exciting project, isn't it? It's pretty amazing.